How can one live a long, quality life? There are several locations on Earth where people live longer than others, and most significantly, where people feel as young as they are at 60 and as old as they are at 40. People on the Greek island of Ikaria, for instance, claim that they never think about dying. It is a known fact that every third islander reaches the age of 90. They virtually never get cancer and have long-term cardiovascular health. According to certain measures, Koreans are even ahead of people living in Okinawa, Japan. Yes, you'll reply, and where do we get oysters? In which sleeping area puddles? And what should we replace the sea with so much organic greens? Where do we cultivate it? On the ledge? This irony makes sense. However, gerontologists have long maintained that the environment only accounts for 30% of the achievement of a long, pain-free life. They are experts in aging people. They claim that these are the behaviors of the elderly. The greatest ones have been selected for you. Make a point of living a long, healthy life. Sleep and youth go hand in hand. A person will age while he sleeps. Melatonin, the hormone that causes sleep, is the key factor. It must meet specific requirements in order to develop in our bodies. Therefore, paying attention is crucial. Melatonin is produced most actively between the hours of midnight and 4 in the morning. You must thus get enough rest. Lack of sleep makes it difficult for us to think creatively. Geneticists have shown that even one day without sleep kills our ability to be creative. Melatonin has antidepressant and stress-relieving properties and lowers anxiety and dread. What therefore results in melatonin deprivation and destroys our youth? Constant lighting and light are really less necessary at night. Shift or daily job. Time zone difference and jet lag. Did you know that newborns essentially don't create their own melatonin during the first 6 months of life? It is crucial that both mom and baby sleep in the dark, since the mother's milk contains the hormone that the baby receives. Put it like if you were unaware. Growth hormone is another benevolent hormone that is created when you sleep. Geneticists expound on how it benefits lifespan. Growth hormone promotes protein synthesis, aids in fat metabolism, and helps the body regenerate tissue. Laughing. Our lungs, blood arteries, and immune systems all benefit greatly from humor. The frontal lobes of the brain benefit from laughter roughly 3 times more than the rest of the brain. As a result, attention and a clear memory are preserved. Additionally, when we laugh, our breathing speeds up, with longer inhales and shorter exhales. It is a technique for clearing the bronchi of mucus. You know that moment when someone starts coughing out of the blue while laughter? That's how cleansing begins. Happiness-inducing hormones are also released in reaction to laughing or happy thoughts, such as when we anticipate something. We should refer to them as neurotransmitters, say scientists. They are dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, and the body feels as though it is filled with energy as a result of these happy chemicals. Endorphins help with digestion, encourage the repair of damaged bodily tissues, and of course, make one feel happy. In addition, oxytocin is in charge of comfort and security, while endorphins lessen anxiety. You've probably heard that laughing is the best medicine. Our body's harmful cells are killed by it. The primary factor, not out of courtesy, that here makes killer cells start working is the act of laughing. These instantly start aggressively looking for and eliminating virus-infected cells, while also attacking the tumor. Eat for health breakfast foods, like cottage cheese, should have a gently enclosing impact on the stomach. Quick-boiled porridges have long been discouraged by nutritionists. They spike blood sugar levels just as rapidly as they do during cooking. The hormone insulin is thus quickly produced, lowering the sugar. After such a meal that sapped both energy and immunity, dietitians advise against drinking coffee with a bread, croissant, or bar. Protein glycation products are produced when a person consumes a lot of sugar. Inelastic blood vessels are one of the effects of aging because they are accumulated in the blood vessel walls and cause the blood vessels to become exceedingly rigid. Additionally, life expectancy often decreases with diet sugar intake. Nutritionists suggest include 400 to 600 grams of raw fruits and vegetables in the diet each day, in addition to drinking enough of clean water in order to maintain young. Okinawans that live a long time follow a set of dietary guidelines that include consuming a lot of fruits, vegetables, and legumes. These are the things that people who live a long time eat most frequently: legumes, greens, nuts, olive oil, oatmeal, fruit, and turmeric. Here are some examples of Ikaria Island and Okinawa long liver eating practices. When you feel like you are almost full, say stop. Eat only what you need. Eat the smallest quantity of food from your daily diet for supper. Eat a lot of plant-based foods, and don't forget to include legumes. Consume meat in moderation. A third of life is added on by vitamin D. On lifespan, vitamin D has a beneficial influence. The precise process was described by Professor Gordon Lithgow of the Buck Institute for Prohistory Research in the United States. The body's misshaped proteins are eliminated or neutralized by vitamin D while they are still forming in our bodies. The alleged protein waste is all being cleaned away by vitamin D. The basics of vitamin D's function in the body have been established. Vitamin D deficiency increases the risk of cancer, including colon, breast, and prostate cancer, as well as cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and heart failure. Autoimmune disorders, multiple sclerosis, psoriasis, and type 1 diabetes are all caused by vitamin D insufficiency. We also have a unique movie about vitamin D. Watch it carefully. It's crucial. I'll leave the hyperlink in the summary. Stand still in life's movement. Death. Note this. You should engage in at least 40 minutes of cardiovascular activity each day. Muscles age and become flabby if they are not loaded. 10,000 steps per day is the recommended minimum amount of exercise for good health and longevity. According to gerontologists, the more physically engaged our muscles are, the longer we live. Additionally, the act of moving causes a rise in hormone synthesis, which declines with age. The Japanese are a good illustration of this. By the way, the National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology's aging scientists have been at odds with them for a long time. And now they are aware that you can avoid becoming old. To go as soon as possible, to be more exact. Let me clarify. The Japanese discovered that if walking speed is maintained at a youthful level until the age of 70, it is 1.5 meters per second. There is a considerable likelihood that someone will live to be 80 years old. Therefore, walking quickly is not recommended if you want to reduce weight in 40, 50, and 60 years, respectively. What else this country of the old has to offer every day? And here is such a charge. 10 minutes of moderate intensity cardiovascular activity, walking or biking, 20 minutes of strength training with their own weight or weighted equipment, 20 minutes of flexibility and balance exercises, and 10 minutes of relaxation activities at the end of the session. Is there time for at least one activity in your daily schedule? If you are aware of this program, please like it and let us know in the comments what form of exercise works best for you. Develop your cognitive space by putting your mind through regular mental workout. Learn new skills, read more, discover inspiration, and live your life with future goals in mind. According to statistics, those with higher education live 6 more years. However, some studies contend that working hard and living a fulfilling life keep you mentally sharp right up to the end. Social interaction is a key habit of long-lived people. Aging is significantly hastened by loneliness. By the way, data show that men are most affected by it. They are more likely to isolate themselves. Women also create new friends and acquaintances less frequently. Men do not reestablish social relationships as rapidly as women do for a variety of reasons. Yes, the study was extraordinarily lengthy. It followed a group of individuals for 80 years and was conducted by Harvard Institute specialists. Men were frequently asked during it who they would contact if they were ill or terrified in the middle of the night. Those who had someone to turn to were happier in their lives and in their marriages, and their health was stronger. Heart disease and even stroke have been related to male loneliness. What maintains a healthy lifestyle for you and your loved ones? Comment on this to share. After seeing this video, I hope that you will develop at least one longevity habit. Click the bell and give it a like. We'll talk shortly.